I thank the school for inviting me to be part of this program. Education is a key factor in the welfare of our children. In addition, it has a large effect on a country's economy and the overall health of all its citizens. Education goes a long way, and investing in education is one of the most important ways with which we can improve our world. Education is a powerful weapon. It can and does reduce poverty, increase income, boost economic growth, and increase the chances for one to have a healthy life. Recognizing this, the Fijian government has consistently invested a large part of the national budget in the education sector. Having said that, the new budget for the new fiscal year 2018 to 2019 has seen the Education Ministry become a $1 billion ministry, and this in itself speaks volumes of government's commitment and vision for an educated society. The best investment to ensure the future success of a child is to invest in the early years of their lives through education. The first 3 to 5 years play a key role in a child's life as they begin to absorb the world around them and develop. These experiences the children have early in their lives affect their development physically, cognitively, emotionally, and socially. Children develop the healthiest when they are provided environments in which they can explore the world around them, play with others, and learn to speak and listen to others. The emotional, social, and physical development of young children has a direct effect on their overall development and on the adult that they will become. That is why understanding the need to invest in very young children is so important, so as to maximize their future well-being. And sure enough, education is fundamental to development and growth. Around the world, over 150 million children ages 3 to 5 do not have access to pre-primary education. Fijian children are among the lucky ones who have this aspect of education as a compulsory part of our education system. From government's perspective, it is very much about the future of the country. As you can see, all the policies of government is all focused on building the future of Fiji, and when it comes to human resource, government's policies focus a lot on education, in ensuring a highly educated Fijian society by making access to education easier, whether it be through free bus fare, free textbooks, free tuition, or free Weet-Bix and milk for infant students in schools, or indeed the care and protection program under my ministry. The newly introduced parenthood assistance of $1,000 per child will see half of it being saved to a child's name for when they start school. Government, by providing this assistance, is helping low-income families ensure that their child does not miss this important start of their formal education for not having the money to send them to school at that age. The extended maternity leave from 84 days to 98 days and the new 5 days paternity leave both point to a government that is cognizant of the fact that parental care for new babies is absolutely critical for the holistic upbringing of children. Early childhood education is the beginning of formal education. It cannot, however, replace the critical lessons from home, both prior to early childhood education and throughout our life course. So for the purposes of today's event, I'd like to take this opportunity to speak about the family unit as a critical support base of a child's holistic development and indeed a necessary building block of society. Before a child begins kindergarten or ECE, he or she spends basically all her time at home with loved ones. Those of us who in one way or another, as parents, as teachers, caregivers, relatives, religious leaders, community leaders, and indeed political leaders, impact on the well-being of children, having a unique opportunity to shape the character of the child under our care and to in turn give shape to the future of our nation. The bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is this. The character of our children, what we teach our children today, is what they will become tomorrow as leaders of our nation. There's no question about it. Our children will become the leaders of this great nation in a few decades ahead of us. So the question we must ask ourselves is, what are we teaching our children? Does love and respect for each other feature at all in our teachings, despite differences in religion, ethnicity, gender, physical abilities, circumstances at home, etc.? Or do we draw on these differences as platforms for discrimination? And if we are teaching our children to discriminate against those who are not like them, then how can we expect our children to practice and teach non-discrimination when they themselves become parents, teachers, and leaders one day? As a mother, I'm also very concerned about the increasing statistics on crimes against children, particularly sex crimes against children. Data released by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for the period January 2017 to June 2018 tell us that out of all the rape and sexual offenses victims in Fiji in this term of 1.5 years, 64.6% of the victims are children below 18 years old. Another worrying fact is that a significant number of perpetrators of rape and sexual offenses against children are known to the child victim or is in a fiduciary relationship or a position of trust in relation to the child. In 121 incidences of rape and sexual offenses against children, the perpetrator is related to the child. 34 perpetrators themselves are children below the age of 18 years. In 2017, the youngest victim for a rape or sexual offense in Fiji was 1 year, 10 months old. In 2018, the youngest victim is a 2-year-old child. These worrying facts demand that we relook at the way that we take care of our children. We need to be more vigilant in the way that we monitor the activities and whereabouts of our children. We need to be wary of the people we entrust our children with. The sad thing is, ladies and gentlemen, some of the perpetrators of these heinous crimes against children are their very own parents and grandparents committing the crimes in their very own homes. The one place that a child should feel safe in, being violated by the people a child should feel safest with. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we need to call it out. We can't afford to sweep these incidents under the carpet. Rape and sexual crimes against children thrive under a shroud of silence. If we remain quiet about it for the sake of keeping the family together or saving the reputation of the family, then we are as guilty as the perpetrators for continuing the vicious cycle of crimes against children in our country. The theme for this year's early education is quality early childhood care and education. Everyone's responsibility. That's the theme for our ECE week. The theme banks on partnerships between the educational institution, parents, teachers, religious leaders, community leaders, political leaders, government, and other stakeholders who have an impact on the lives of our young children. A good holistic education cannot be achieved in isolation. It requires communication and strong partnerships. It is more than academia. It is an education that is rooted in love and respect for one another. An education that sits on a platform of strong social values, honesty, integrity, hard work, commitment, and faith. Yes, we can have an intelligent society which is rich in monetary terms, but what good would that do if the basic tenets of love and respect are missing from human interaction? What good would that do if we were raising a generation of children who rated honesty and integrity way below profit margins and the national gross domestic product? Such a noble aim requires commitment and perseverance in the belief that the education of our children is the ultimate solution for the achievement of sustainable and inclusive development. The belief that the holistic education of our children is the ultimate key to a future that we hope for. Before I sit down, ladies and gentlemen, ana eremo no barota ina e sombe Afrika au me dabuta na singani ua. Na bimbi biau a vitala noa ai adu che non to noa. Membaleta na nonra udhubi che ira luvenda, ira ngone lalai, nonra bama bota ichio. Ina loma nonra duibu vale, loma ni viva nora tio ina. Dono voso chia una voso chia nga bango. Balta voso ngango ilava tina voso papalangi. May reida orto atambana nindo bimbitai, Director of Public Prosecutions. Ito reida nga maya fika mete ebu may nabula January nambay saoti. Medaba maya chune nemba ingo. Ibiti mayado ine tolon rau kawalu a rape what in a sexual offense. Udu what in a sexual offense. Tolon rau kawalu ibiti keve. Tolon rau kawalu ngoa en duan rau Dios sangabulu adiwa. Ira ngone yado chubira itobo pamanduango. Duan rau Dios sangabulu adiwa. Ngo rau tani ono sangabulu aba poindi ono pasende. Ni udu keve yado chonando tobanua e yado ti obera lalai. Emba itini awalu la sombo. Awe ba ambimbita ina ondai tabi. Tabi loma ni bubale. Enda tina bate ratama. Sa lebu sarchi programa ni maten tuela chi ngona ena bandre titio ai tabi we tata enana nananga rabi ndolalai. E sona banda sa rei de ngona ndra udhubiti olubende loma nonda benua. E ba enra ti enda sa yanga me ba enra ti enda ba lebo tumbu. Na be tumberi, be susu da chi obira lubenda. Sabi sa usaron do toba no biti. Ando tal no ba ina ngono se alile ina ando la ina oro. So tanga bate ina no bate itata ni mata kelilai. Ima mimbito lalai, memle dambu, memle sili wai le si wada basoti. Singa ni lengata imbaleta ni ilai, na singa ni ndo aya do bi enda. Ngono ngo sabi saw. Abi saw ngo na sayang tal nga me bisaw. Ando itobo ni bitumberi viral wenda. Dayan rabi raluenda, menda ila na be miniti kede na bonora chio ina, azabara da abachio, era chio bate idei, merasa onim bi wale tunga lalai. Anambo sabarti na tongo bi endo to, ena sindrawa ni la sombo, na sindrawa ni sir sombo era statistics ngoa, eba anda senga ni da abata, ay tumbu, chio alotu, chio abiliu tai, nandela ni abu, ci abilu ta ini mata ni tu yang menda vada vata menda yandra ina aundram bula luvenda boletera luvenda ngo a ernange liuta ina bonongo mena bisinga memori ena ba tau nondo tobu ni bisusu ni ua ai ba arau ni ondra biluta ina bisinga ni mataka nusa manicho ina tu ina waka sa cio mne turanga ni abusa ni sa cio itumbu ni tio lalai na singa ni ua may duango vosa lelea vosa ni viva andreti membaleta susungi luvenda vosa ni babi na binaa ina visureti ado yani memba may dau ina duango vosa lelea ina singa lebu ni ua sa ema ina lebu
Binabali buna kiu, binabali buna langa-langa. Binabali buna kiu, binabali buna langa-langa. Koro tambunga Sarawata.